we're going to be talking about Parasect. Now, let's get straight into it. Something you may immediately notice is that Parasect, unlike Paras, is no longer a plant. Well, he is, but like, you might notice that the category has become undead, which is why I've been using the Pokemon Tower music for Paras and Parasect. Because I don't know if you've read the Parasect Pokedex entries, but it talks about when it becomes Parasect, it is completely controlled by the mushroom and is a zombie. I don't think it straight up ever says that Parasect is dead, but it's pretty heavily implied. So that's what I'm taking into consideration, and you might notice that's why some of its stats have changed. Get into that properly in a second. Now, 14 AC, 128 hit points, pretty normal stuff. 20 foot move speed, I mean, like, still really slow, as we can see here. And then, intelligence is 1, wisdom is 1, and charisma is 1. Because its mind has been taken over. There's nothing it can do. It is now immune to necrotic though, which is pretty fun, because it's dead and you can't take necrotic damage if you're already dead. Parasect also can't be charmed or exhausted because it's dead. Something else I put in here is passive perception of 1. It perceives nothing. And blind sight of 60 feet, it is blind beyond this radius. It is dead. Its biological functions don't quite work anymore. It is controlled only by the mushroom upon its back. Also, its eyes are white now, and if we're going by common, like, cartoon logic and stuff, that usually means that they're blind. Let's not just make them blind, let's just give them blind sight instead, which implies some kind of weird mushroom control and makes it more ominous, which I like. It still understands language though. I feel like it would be extra annoying because these Pokemon are also made in the idea that, maybe if at any point you're like, let's speak to the Pokemon or whatever, because they're animals at the end of the day. And if you can't talk to animals or something, at least in my opinion, it should also work on all the Pokemon. Or if you somehow communicate with them or whatever. Anyway, they understand common, but they can't speak or whatever. Effects form. If Parasect is successfully damaged, it releases a. This is the same as the Paras ability, just with higher saving throw. Dry Skin is the same as the Paras one, just higher. Then we have Parasitic Plant. Good alliteration on my part, at least I think so. Also, Dry Skin now heals more. Parasitic Plant. Parasect, considered both a plant and undead, so abilities that specify the target must be a plant still work on it. Parasect Spore has a higher saving throw and it has a bigger radius. Mega Drain still regains hit points, but now hits twice with multi-attack. It's pretty good now. And then finally, we have Hectizer, which is now his new strongest attack. Sure, Mega Drain can regain hit points. Scissor, however, has an incredibly high chance of landing a critical hit. Plus 8 to hit, 5-foot range, and an average of 30 slashing damage. X Scissor rolls a 21 or mortal attack when it is treated as a critical hit. Basically, with that knowledge in mind, you have to roll a 14 or higher. Wait a minute. 13 or higher. It's even better than I thought it was. To land a critical hit. Let me do some quick maths. That's 35. I think I might be wrong again. I think that's a 35% chance of a crit, as opposed to the usual 5. This is his strongest attack. And crits don't automatically hit, by the way. If it's a natural 20, yes, it automatically hits, of course. At least in my games it does. But in a situation where it's like, it's not an actual nat 20, but it crits because of this, then yeah, you know. That's it for Parasect. I'll see you next time. I don't know which Pokemon is next, but I will know soon.